Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. So, don't even know where to start first. I guess we'll start with Sarah and Xander. So Xander's sitting there looking at the computer, trying to figure out, trying to I guess like the code, like the files or whatever, like the financial stuff. And well, Sarah was being kind of irritating to be honest. I know that she wanted, action, but like this dude is literally sitting there trying to figure out the best way to sit there and take Philip down. And the faster he does that, the sooner that you can get back to doing whatever you're doing in public and not have to sit there and hide. But whatever, sure. So she's being all whiny, and then she gives him an idea, something about laundry, because apparently the room was filthy. Of course, the room wasn't filthy until he kept ignoring you. Like, the room was fine when you want to sit there and, play mattress tag, but the minute he kept ignoring you, now out of nowhere, the room is just magically dirty, but sure. Um, so yeah, she gave him an idea. He looked at it, and I guess he was looking at it the wrong way. And he figured out that it was, he was laundering the money. So now he has proof. He has everything he needs on this flash drive. Oh boy, I wonder what's going to happen to the flash drive. I hope nothing bad happens to it. I don't know. I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, you know how it is with these soap operas. One minute they have something, next minute it's just magically gone. It's under the sofa. I mean, it just. I guess we'll just wait and see. But things seem to be promising. So hopefully they could, you know. One second. So, on the other side of town, you got Philip. Well, you got Philip that's trying to call, I guess, Ava or whatever. And, he looks at the flyer. And then Bonnie comes out of nowhere. Bonnie's just, not gonna lie, kind of being her usual annoying self. She's there for like, what, all of 2 minutes and whining and complaining about, Philip dumping her daughter because, well, reasons that I don't know. But this goes on for about a couple of seconds, and then Chloe comes in. And then Bonnie just kind of skips on her merry way. So Chloe is, what's going on? How could I help you? I want to help you. And, Xander, I mean, at first, Philip's all like, oh, well, with Ava out the way, her being in a loony bin or whatever, I guess I could just not have to sit there and worry about it. But, of course, he gets a call from Angela. And, Angela's like, well, it's business as usual. So, it's so funny, I'm not going to lie. The whole time he was all like, well, since Ava's not here, they'll just forget about it. They're just going to forget about that large sum of money that you just owe them because Ava is apparently the only one making sure that you're okay, sure, whatever. So anyway, he's back on the clock pretty much, and he's talking to Chloe. And Chloe's like, you need to go to the cops, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm like, Chloe, you know what? Philip is right. If he goes to the cops, he's either going to be in jail. I don't care how much money or power Victor thinks that he has, he will go to jail. Okay? It's just a matter of how long he's going to go to jail. Or he'll just be dead. Or he'll be in jail and be dead, or he'll watch somebody else die. So, like, there's really no way of getting out of this money laundering scheme. Whatever it is, it's just, there's no way out. And then Brady comes by, and, Brady's all like, oh, is he bothering you? Or, whatever, what's going on? He's just being nosy. And that's when Chloe's like, nope. Because Phil's like, no, we're fine. We're just talking about that negotiation deal. And Chloe's like, no, we're not. Philip needs help. I'm not going to lie. The minute she said that was like, I don't know. It was something, I just imagined Philip being like, we're good, right? So don't tell him. But then she goes and tells him. He's like, but I guess we'll just wait and see. Now, we're gonna put it in reverse. So Kristen's not there. Well, she's on the internet and she's looking at Brady kiss Chloe. Good job, Brady. Just fantastic. You know, I know it was kind of harsh on him in the beginning, calling him a moron because of, well, to be honest, his whole plan of taking down Titan was just stupid. Um, and I know I called him a moron before. And I remember Chloe Smith saying, you know, I don't want this to get back to Kristen because she's going to think of more than what it is. She sees it on the internet. So Brady comes in, and Brady's not there just talking and totally ignoring what she's saying. I mean, that she just seems like she's furious as hell. And and Kristen's like, so you wanna explain this? And I'm like, no. I really want to hear this explanation too. So he's all like, no, you know, nothing else going on. It was just a platonic kiss. So I'm sitting there thinking, so if it was so platonic, then what if Rafe was standing next to you during Christmas? I mean, during New Year's Eve, would you kiss him? I mean, why not? It's platonic. I really wish he would have said that. I really do, because I would have loved his answer. So you know, Kristen's upset, and you know, she's angry and she's upset, and you know, what did Brady say? Brady said something along the lines of, you know, I don't want to sit there and try to spend all this time trying to defend myself when I have so little time with you. And I'm like, I think you need to probably really answer a question, because this whole, like, she's upset, and it's understandable why she's upset. I get it that it's just a friendship thing, but come on, bro, you wouldn't kiss another one of your boys like that, so why would you kiss her like that? So I'm not gonna lie, that whole thing, I know it was just a friendship thing, but let's not try to play it off like it's nothing. So then they get into this conversation, and somewhere along the lines, you know, Brady once again places blame on everyone else except for Kristen herself. He's all like, oh, well, it was Eli's fault for, you know, putting you in here and yada yada yada. I was like, okay, so you just this guy's just gonna refuse to see the truth, to, you know, admit that Kristen is responsible for her own actions. No, he's just gonna refuse that to the day I don't know. He's just gonna refuse that until the end of time, apparently. So they talk, and then after that, they talk about how they miss each other and yada yada yada. And he shows her the pictures of Carver and Jules, and I think at that point he leaves, and then she just looks at the pictures, and or that's it. I was touchy, if I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember at that point, because it kind of got a little boring. Now on the other side of town. They realize, I mean, Eli and Lonnie realize that the babies are missing. They call up Valerie and they call up Abe. And by the way, quick side story: Abe asks her to come back to Salem because, you know, he wants to give them another go. And Valerie's like, well, I can't because, you know, I'm seeing someone, but it's not really that serious. And I'm like, why would you even? I don't even understand that. I'm seeing someone, but it's not that serious. So, what does that mean? And how would he feel about that? And I, I'm not gonna lie. That part of that conversation just kind of annoyed me a little bit. You know, because they were talking, and you know, he was meant to ask him about her last boyfriend or whatever, husband or whoever, and she was like, she's not seeing him anymore. And he was like, you know, well, he didn't deserve you, and then he's talking about, you know, he's naming all these qualities about himself. And then he flies out ask her, and then she's like, oh, I would, but, you know, I'm seeing someone else, and, you know, it would have to be, I don't know. It felt like she was kind of doing a really bad job at letting him down. And after a while, I was just on my phone like, yep, okay, all right. I was like, no matter how many different nice ways you try to say it, it's not going to make him feel better. I mean, he's putting on a brave face, and bravo for him, but yeah, you can't really dig yourself out of that hole. It's just can't do it. So just stop trying. And then they get the call from Eli that pretty much the babies are missing. They go to the hospital. They check the security cam. Nothing. And so now they're at a loss. So let's see how long this missing baby story is going to go on for. And that's literally about it. You know, they're upset. You know, Lonnie's distraught, or that name that I can't pronounce apparently. But you know, she's upset, and you know, Valerie's like, you need to calm down, you need to rest, which is like that's not helping. When somebody's upset, and you tell them to just calm down, just rest. I'm just sitting there thinking, you know, if Eli as a baby was missing, would you want somebody to sit there and tell you to calm down and just try to get some rest? Anyway, yeah, so long story short, they can't find the babies, and now Eli and Lonnie are stumped on what to do. Now, the person who, 1 second, Raina. Not gonna lie, I was sitting there looking at my notes, I was like, I know I put her name somewhere on it, and I realized, oh, it was the wrong book, the wrong notes. Anyway, yeah, Serena, you know, has these babies or whatever, and she's talking on the phone to someone. And then lo and behold, Bonnie shows up. And here's the thing that I find so funny about this scene. Now, Bonnie has kind of an annoying personality sometimes. But here's the thing. Her annoying personality is what kind of slowed her down a little bit. And I found that so funny. I'm just like, you know, usually I would be really annoyed at her just going on and on and on and on and on. But in this case, it was actually helping for a little bit. You know, she was asking questions and she was picking up the babies and asking all sorts of questions. Apparently, I guess one of the pacifiers was on the ground and she picked it up. But yeah, at that point, she puts down the baby, she starts making a fuss, and then this crazy woman, because she has to be crazy if you're stealing babies that aren't hers, but I guess we'll find out whatever the reason is for it, kind of strolls off with Carver and Joel, so yeah. And yes, that's actually gonna do it. Not a lot happened in this episode. If I missed anything, please let me know, but I don't think a lot really else happened in this episode. So, with that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on this episode, and if I missed anything, write that down too, because I would love to know. With that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you everyone for subscribing to me, for commenting, for leaving messages and stuff like that as far as like stuff that I missed or things that I should know, because honestly, to tell you the truth, the thing is, I really do feel like I improve, and I improve because of the subscribers that watch my videos and comment on my videos, so I appreciate that. Have a great weekend, be safe, I will catch everyone in the next review.